Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Kevin Moore Show. Now on today's show, I'm about to be joined by my guest, Stephanie Nassis. Now Stephanie is a specialist and leader in workplace wellness with over 20 years of policing experience in the Greater Toronto area. Now Stephanie is a pioneer in police wellness, understanding the value in taking an holistic approach, and has introduced mindfulness meditation and trauma-sensitive yoga to frontline officers as an accredited instructor in Toronto. Now, Stephanie has also another side to her work, and that's the ability to give people intuitive readings. So Stephanie joins me today to discuss her intuitive side of her work and her journey of developing that side, and much more. So enjoy my interview with Stephanie Nassis.
My name is Stephanie Nassis, and I'm a Reiki master, and I have the ability to do intuitive readings on people.
Let's go way back here a little bit, all right? And just tell me, let's go back to childhood actually. Was there anybody in the family that had any special gifts, or, you know, was there anything in the family where there was any sort of special gifts? Let's start with that.
Right. My mom's very intuitive, and she always has been her life, and she's able to read Greek coffee cups.
And what's Greek coffee cups?
So it's actually Turkish coffee. So it's almost the size of an espresso coffee cup. Someone will drink the coffee, and then they tip it over, and they leave the coffee grinds in there. And then the coffee grinds form a pattern around the cup. And then agers and soothsayers back in the traditional Greek era would read those images that would pop up on the edges of the cup.
So then, growing up, then you obviously had. I mean, did you recognize? Did Mum recognize that there was a gift with yourself as a child?
Yeah. So there's some intuitive abilities in regards to that. I was always able to see certain things within people and read certain things within people.
And what support was there from the family for that gift?
It probably wasn't recognized back then. I did my own self-discovery, my own searching in regards to finding and expanding on my own self-awareness and increasing consciousness on my own.
Growing up then, let's go to sort of teens and early 20s, even up to 25 then. Normal career, would you say? What kind of career did you have at that point, sort of leading up to your early 20s?
So I ended up getting into law enforcement within a large municipal organization, and I've been doing that for about 17 years. I also investigated traffic fatalities, and I did that for many years. I'm also a nutritionist as well as a trauma-sensitive yoga instructor, so I help with people to help meditate. I'm also a meditation facilitator, and I help people to increase their own awareness and help with healing. And
what is it you can do psychically or mediumistically? What would you say? Are you psychic or medium?
I would say more intuitive as opposed to psychic or medium.
Intuitive, okay.
Intuitive, right.
What does that allow you to do?
I'm able to scan people's energy fields to determine balances or imbalances within their body, as well as their energy fields.
But you're also able to read people as well?
Right. So I get certain images or certain information where I'm able to help people out in regards to things that they're going through, and as I mentioned, imbalances within their energy field.
So let's just go back to your career right now as where you are. So has this gift been popping out? Has it sort of, you know, how have you developed the gift that you've got to be where it is now?
Well, about 8 years ago, I was actually very sick, doing shift work for many years, having a poor diet. I ended up breaking my ankle. I was working between, 12 to up to 18 hours a day, pretty much. I was a workaholic. I did that for many years. I was also an exercise fanatic. I loved working out. I loved playing hockey on the ice. And as I mentioned, I got really sick, and that changed my life. They ended up doctors found a lump in my throat, a lump in my uterus, as well as my breast, and that caused me to force myself to make changes in my life, change my eating habits, as well as that's when I started meditating. I started doing trauma-sensitive yoga, and that was an integral part of my own healing. So I was in and out of hospitals trying to figure out what was going on with my body. I developed severe food allergies. I was diagnosed with angioedema, IBS, and a whole bunch of other things. So through my own course of trying to, increase my own consciousness, I was able to heal my body, which helped me to essentially help other people. I ended up going back to school. I became a nutritionist. I became certified as a meditation facilitator, as well as a trauma-sensitive yoga instructor. And now I help other people in regards to their own health and well-being and wellness.
So okay, so now have you read many materials in many books in the esoteric or paranormal? And if so, what type of material have you come across?
So for many years I did do lots of research in regards to that, and we have to look at this in a professional perspective. We definitely need research to prove this. We can't just say, okay, yeah, there's, we can psychically pick up things from other people. We have to have that research to back it up. So I've read numerous books, and I'm really passionate about this, and I know that there's so much more. For example, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, we have Mona Lisa Schultz. We're talking about scientists and biologists and real medical doctors that substantiate and really have research material that will say that this particular information is accurate, and that having intuitive abilities or psychic abilities or increasing awareness and consciousness is very real.
So when you're working in that state then, and you're connecting with someone, what is it like for you? How does the information come to you?
Sometimes I could just be around a person and I'll get certain visions or certain ideas or thoughts. And if that particular person is open to it, I'll let them know certain things that I'm getting. Or people will come and ask me. There's some people that already know that I have, some intuitive abilities, and they'll come up and ask me. Or I also have friends that will say, can you help my friend out? So I'll help them out in regards to that. But as I mentioned, health and well-being is a trinity. Actually, there's a fourth component, body, mind, spirit, as well as soul. So we have to take a look at all of those components if we want to look at optimum health and well-being. So those are all components.
When you do a reading, how is that information coming to you?
So essentially, it could be a form of channeling where I'm tapping into my higher self. When I started meditating and I was able to heal my own body, that's when I had heightened experiences of seeing what other people were going through as well, based on my own personal experience, as well as what I could see within them. So essentially, I'm scanning their energy field. So it's considered empathy. Being empathic.
Absolutely. Do you feel that there's a group or something else that's working with you?
I do believe in a higher source and a higher power, absolutely, and I do believe in spirit guides and angels and a whole bunch of other non-physical entities that absolutely support myself as well as everybody. Everybody has this ability to tap into that.
Where is this taking you on your spiritual journey, do you think, having this ability?
It's really enhanced my own life, knowing that there's so much more out there in regards to, just the mundane, get up and go to work and, come home, get married, have kids, and just get a job. There's so much more out there. And that ability to connect and contribute with other people and help them to heal and to help them to find their own optimum health and well-being is one of the most profound experiences one can ever experience.
How far are you prepared to go down the rabbit hole with your development? I'm very open right now, and I have new experiences happening all the time, and it's a really profound feeling right now for me. A lot of doors opening up, and I feel really enthusiastic and excited about what the future holds. Do you think there's much more to how this gift is working than you even understand?
Absolutely. And I believe the greatest attributes of being here on planet Earth is to have that connection, contribution. There's nothing more greater than helping other people.
What is channeling? What if someone said you channel? What do you think channeling means to you?
I believe channeling is connecting to God or higher spirit or source energy or whatever your belief system is. It's essentially tapping into your own higher being, your own higher self, which is connected to source energy.
Absolutely. So, okay. Your gift then, so if as a healer then, how is that working then? So you would sense the area of the body where the issue is?
Right. So I'm able to scan that energetic field. I'm also able to scan the body just to sense where there's potential imbalances within the body as well as within the organs.
And how accurate has that been?
I would say I'm pretty accurate with most people. Sometimes I never treat, diagnose, or cure. I never actually give a diagnosis of any sort. I'll just say where I potentially feel stagnation or energy that's not flowing, and I'll tell that person, okay, for example, I feel something within my shoulder, and then they'll say, okay, yeah, I had a surgery 10 years ago. I still feel pain. So they'll open up. So it's essentially just walking them or guiding them to a particular area, and then they'll identify what the actual cause or the pain that they're feeling is.
Do you think there's an evolution to your work?
Absolutely. And I think there's so many more people that are coming out with this particular ability. And I believe that definitely the entire globe, from continent to continent, there's so many more people expanding and becoming so much more aware, and it is for the greater good, the greater consciousness, for everybody to have that.
Is that connection with you right now?
I believe it is.
Are you able to talk to the connection?
Yes, I can.
So if I was to ask a question, you'd be happy answering that?
Right. Sure.
It goes by no name, this connection you've got. Does it go by a name?
Higher power, source, God.
Are you tapping into the greater aspect of your soul then?
Yes.
Okay. And is this a gift that you've brought in from a past life?
There's components of it, but I would say that it's current life. We're a combination of all our lives.
Is there anything, does it have any message?
For you?
For anyone? For anyone watching this?
The biggest message I have is that no matter where you are and what current state your health is, there's always hope. And to not only look at one particular aspect in regards to healing, it's multifaceted. There's so many other different components. And that, as I mentioned, includes body, mind, spirit, and soul. And a lot of people become misaligned within their body, and they're seeking help, and they're going to medical professionals, and they're seeking answers. And a lot of people are really stuck in regards to their healing. To not look at only one component. As I mentioned, it's multifaceted. There's a whole bunch of different components that contribute to poor health.
Going back to, with that which is working through you right now, could you call it a group, or is that the wrong word for it?
Like a collective consciousness? I believe that it's a collective consciousness, including ourselves.
Going back to that question then, why are they working with you?
As I mentioned, I believe just with my own personal experience in regards to my own health deteriorating and my own seeking and asking, and I believe that everybody has the ability to tap into this. I believe it's unlimited. And if anybody asks and believes and sees that there's hope for each and every one of us, that we have that ability to heal ourselves using a bunch of different modalities, not just one particular modality. And as that multifaceted approach, proper diet, exercise, health, the spiritual component, meditation, finding purpose, peace, compassion, and looking at life as so much more than just the physical properties that we usually believe. That our purpose of life, as I mentioned, it's not just about get the job, get the guy or the girl, or have the kids. It's so much more than that. Finding your own purpose, and that's the whole journey is about finding your purpose. Finding your own connection and contribution within society and within this world.
And this group that's working with you right now, how many in the group could they give you that number?
I don't believe there's a number. I just think it's an infinite number, unlimited, really strong, powerful, full of love, and it's for everybody. It's not just me, it's for everybody.
Are you able to bring any information through in a sort of channeled version as well? A sort of channeled text, creative writing, would they work with you that way as well for a book?
Automatic writing, absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
And you believe that, would they give you permission to sort of ask any question for yourself? Would they give that freedom?
Yes.
What do they think about do they have anything to say about, let's go crazy, come on then, why not? What about the multidimensional aspect of reality? Is there other versions of us out there living in parallel universes?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that. And I believe that we're, as I mentioned earlier, is the combination of all our past lives. And that totally affects our current life. And I believe that we can tap into that. And we also have future lives, and we can tap into future lives as well. It's just the ability to be open and aware and to believe in that. And a lot of people are limited in regards to what they believe, so they wouldn't have access to that. But once you believe and you see the possibilities that there absolutely is multidimensional beings or worlds or planets out there, there's so much more than what we see, so much more than planet Earth.
So do we create our reality? Would they say that?
I absolutely believe that. And I'm also, yes, absolutely. We create our own reality.
That's what they would say.
Right.
Are they aware of other channelers? Are they aware of other entities working through other people? Or are they just aware of themselves?
They're totally aware of other people. And as I mentioned too, there's more and more people coming out with this, and more people who are seeking that increased awareness or increased consciousness, where they are tapping into that energy field.
So with them strongly connected with you now, is there an evolution in the way that people like yourself and other people, even mediums, are going to give readings in the future? Is there more of a soul reading rather than a validation reading?
Without a doubt, without a doubt. And I believe the younger generation coming in are so much more connected and more powerful than my generation. And I fully believe that. I believe that they're just so much more energetically powerful. They're so much more connected. And they definitely have the opportunity to help in that greater consciousness and evolution for the entire planet.
Who reads you?
We all have people we all need people. We're not meant to be with one person or nobody. We're not meant to be alone. We are meant to be with other people. So everybody has people that they go to and look up to and have mentors in our life. And I have many mentors in my life. So
you find that people that give you a reading, you have to use discernment for that?
Yes.
Yeah. And do they have the same skills as you, would you say, or are you different?
Oh, much more powerful. If you're looking for names, Esther Hicks would be one of them, or medical medium Anthony Williams. Very connected, strong, powerful people that are making huge changes within the planet and within the globe, and they're both channelers.
Well, let me ask these questions to that which you're communicating to right now. Let me ask them through you. How much, percentage-wise, are you in the way of the readings when you give it?
To a certain degree, there is a little bit of my own ego that potentially might interfere, my own belief system. If I get information in regards to somebody and I'd be like, that person doesn't really fit the profile, that would be my own belief system that would actually, potentially be not accurate in regards to what I'm telling them. So that's where I really have to put the ego aside and just listen to the information, even though it might seem so far-fetched.
But if they're communicating now, what would they give you percentage-wise that you get in the way sometimes of letting them through fully?
I couldn't give you an exact number, but I think with proper development and training and the more practice, it would definitely keep lowering that percentage in regards to the ego or the beliefs getting in the way. So if you want a number, I don't know, maybe 20, 30%.
That's what comes to you.
Right.
That's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. What is it if they had, where do they see your development going? Is there any message they've got for you as in where you could go with this to be an example to others?
The body is always a priority, and the body is a temple. And we have to look at ourselves as body, mind, spirit, and soul. It's not just about the body, and it's not just about the mind. And we all get caught up in that physical aspect, the physical monetary life. And it's not just about that, it's so much more. As I mentioned, I've said it a few times, it's about the connection to ourselves, connection to others, and connection to a higher power. It's always about that.
So for you, you could call this a light form of channeling?
It's a form of channeling. You seem very much a channeler yourself.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, you were a very awkward child, and you always were different, and you always knew that you were different from everybody else. I'm also getting right shoulder. I believe that you had an injury in your shoulder. I'm also getting, when you were younger, fields of grass, a lot of land that you loved playing in. And there's also a dog that you were very fond of, and that dog's no longer in your life. I'm also getting that you have some lower back, potential lower back stagnation there, tightness in your lower back. And I'm also seeing wire, like barbed wire, and I'm not sure if it's a fence or something in regards to, I just see wire. I'm not sure what the symbology of that is. And as I mentioned, that's where my own belief would be. That's kind of weird, but I'm just going to tell you what I see is in regards to that is just wire. So potentially, the symbology of that. And you're definitely moving to the West Coast. You're not going to be in the UK for long.
Is this the West Coast?
You're here.
Okay.
You're almost home.
I have no idea where we are. That's great. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's an example of someone that's coming, that's not making this their full-time career, but it is there, and it's something which you've got to, you've definitely got it, and you're keeping one foot in this realm and another foot in the spiritual realm, in a sense.
Right. But we still need to be in the physical body and do our day-to-day chores, so we need a combination of both.
Sure, absolutely. All right, well, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.